The galaxy was quiet. Stars shone in endless black and planets turned slowly around their suns. For centuries, peace had ruled the stars. Alien races lived and traded, and the Galactic Council watched over them all. War was rare, and when it came, it was small and short. No one thought a new power would rise in the dark corners of space. On a small blue planet, far from the eyes of the galaxy, humans lived simple lives. Earth seemed like any other world, weak and unimportant. Its cities glimmered with lights at night, but in the eyes of the galaxy it was just a small, quiet planet. Few aliens even remembered it, and those who did called it primitive. Humans had been humiliated in the past. The Galactic Council had judged them as violent and unfit for the stars. Earth had been pushed aside and humans had learned to accept their place. But humans had not forgotten. In secret, they had begun to plan. They had learned from their mistakes. They had watched the galaxy grow careless. While other races focused on trade and politics, humans built a plan that no one could see. Captain Ethan Cole walked through the corridors of a hidden station deep under the surface of the Pacific Ocean. His boots clicked against the steel floor. Around him, engineers and soldiers moved quickly, working on machines and computers that no one outside this station could ever imagine. "Ethan," said Dr. Laura Bennett, walking beside him. Her hair was tied back and her eyes glimmered with energy. "The next module is ready. The Leviathan hull is complete. We can begin testing the engine soon." Ethan nodded. He was a tall man, strong and calm with eyes that seemed to see everything. "Good. How long until we can bring it to orbit?" 2 months, maybe 3, Laura said. "It is the largest ship humanity has ever built. Nothing like it exists in the galaxy. Not even the Council's warships come close." Ethan paused and looked out through a reinforced window. Far below, the ocean waves moved in silence. He thought of the stars. One day, humans would rise beyond this planet and no alien would ever underestimate them again. "We are ready," he said softly. "We just need time." In another part of the hidden base, Admiral Ryan Carter studied a holographic map of the galaxy. Lines showed trade routes, fleets, and patrols of alien ships. His fingers moved quickly over the controls. He was older than Ethan and Laura, with silver hair and a face that seemed carved from stone. "Everything is in place," he muttered. "When the time comes, the galaxy will not know what hit them." He looked at the solar system of Sol, Earth's home. No one knew that under the surface, humans had built ships that could match entire fleets of alien civilizations. The Leviathans were not ordinary warships. Each one was made from a hollowed-out planet, reinforced with alloys and energy cores that bent the laws of physics. They could survive attacks that would destroy entire cities. They could move faster than anything the galaxy had ever seen. And humans had built dozens of them. On Earth's surface, life went on as usual. Children played in parks, workers drove to factories, and people dreamed of normal things. No one suspected that beneath their feet a fleet waited. They did not know that humanity had prepared for centuries to rise when the time was right. Ethan walked through the training halls, where young soldiers practiced combat simulations. They were strong, smart, and disciplined. Humans had trained for generations to survive. Every exercise, every mission, every test had one goal: to make Earth ready for the galaxy. "Captain," a soldier called, running up. "We have the new simulation results. The Leviathan's shields are stable. The weapons are ready." Ethan nodded. "Good work. Keep pushing. We cannot afford mistakes. Not now." Meanwhile, Laura worked in the engine chamber. The Leviathan's core glowed bright blue, filling the massive hall with light. Engineers checked every system, every panel, every circuit. The ship was alive and it breathed with power. Laura smiled. "One day the galaxy will see what humans can do when they are forced to survive," she whispered. Time passed quietly. The galaxy continued to sleep. Alien races argued over small matters. The Council sent inspectors to distant planets to monitor trade. No one suspected that a hidden human empire had grown in the shadows. Ethan and Laura often walked together in the observation deck, looking at the stars. They spoke in soft voices, sharing dreams and fears. "Do you think they will ever forgive us?" Laura asked. Ethan shook his head. "Forgive us? No, they will fear us. They should have listened before." Fear was a weapon humans had learned to use. Not anger, not hate, but careful patience. Humans had waited while the galaxy slept, building power in silence. They had studied alien tactics, learned their weaknesses, and prepared for the day when survival demanded strength. In hidden labs, scientists created weapons that could pierce shields, break planetary defenses, and move faster than light. Each Leviathan was different, designed for war that no one could imagine. Humans had built their army without being seen. The galaxy thought Earth was weak. They were wrong. Admiral Carter watched from his command room as the first Leviathan engines hummed to life. He felt a surge of pride and a touch of fear. These machines were more than weapons. They were symbols of human ingenuity and determination. "May the stars remember this day," he said quietly. Ethan trained the soldiers tirelessly. They practiced maneuvers, drills, and teamwork. Every human aboard the Leviathan knew their purpose. They were not just soldiers. They were protectors of a species that had been underestimated for too long. In secret meetings, Ethan, Laura, and Ryan planned the future. They knew the galaxy would not stay peaceful forever. The Thalren, a powerful alien empire, was growing stronger. They could one day threaten Earth and other worlds. When that time came, humans would be ready. The Leviathans were more than ships. They were living planets capable of immense destruction. Engineers and scientists had spent decades building them inside hollowed-out worlds. Energy cores, shield systems, and weapon arrays had been tested in secret. The ships were nearly indestructible. Even among humans, only a few knew the full scale of the project. Most people lived ordinary lives, unaware of the machines waiting beneath the oceans, forests, and mountains. Only the chosen few, soldiers, engineers, and leaders, understood the full plan. Laura often stayed late, adjusting engine cores or monitoring systems. The glow of the Leviathan engines reflected in her eyes. "One day," she said to Ethan, "we will show the galaxy that humans are not to be taken lightly." Ethan watched her, feeling the weight of command. "We must be careful," he replied. "We strike only when we must. Until then, we wait. The galaxy sleeps, but we do not." Months passed. The Leviathans were ready. Soldiers had trained. Systems were tested. Humanity had waited, hidden, and prepared. The galaxy thought nothing of Earth, but it was about to learn a lesson it would never forget. In the final observation deck of the first Leviathan, Ethan looked out at the stars. They were silent, beautiful, and endless. He felt a mixture of pride and determination. "We are ready," he whispered. "When the time comes, the galaxy will see what humans can do." Below, the oceans of Earth moved gently. Humans lived their lives, unaware of the power sleeping beneath their feet. The galaxy slept and humanity waited. In the shadows of the stars, they had built a secret empire of warships. The Leviathans were their promise, their warning, and their future. Ethan turned to Laura and Ryan. "The time will come," he said. "We only need to be patient. We will not fail. Humanity will rise." And so the quiet planet continued to spin. Life went on as normal. The galaxy believed it was safe. But in the hidden depths of Earth, humans had built power beyond imagination. While the galaxy slept, humanity had grown strong. One day the universe would wake, and it would find humans ready. The stars shone, silent and indifferent, while humans waited in the shadows. They had learned patience, strategy, and resilience. They had learned that survival required preparation. And so, deep beneath oceans and mountains, in hollowed worlds and hidden stations, humanity prepared for the day the galaxy would finally see them. Time passed. The Leviathans slept. Humans trained, and the galaxy, unaware of what was coming, continued its endless dance of stars and peace. But one day the silence would break, and humanity's patience would become the galaxy's greatest warning. Time passed, and the galaxy continued its quiet life. Alien civilizations traded and fought small wars, but none suspected what humans were building. Earth remained calm on the surface, its oceans and forests hiding a secret that could shake the stars. Humans had not been idle. They had worked for decades, creating wonders no one could imagine. On a remote planet in the far reaches of the solar system, deep underground, engineers worked tirelessly. Their goal was the same as always: to create the largest warship the galaxy had ever seen. This was not an ordinary ship. It was a Leviathan-class warship built inside a planet itself. Entire layers of rock had been hollowed out and reinforced. Energy cores were installed deep in the planet's crust. Weapons, engines, and shields were integrated into the planet's structure. Dr. Laura Bennett walked through the massive halls of the Leviathan planet. The walls were alive with glowing panels and humming machines. She paused to watch a team testing the engine systems. The energy core pulsed like a heart, sending vibrations through the planet. Everything is holding, she said. The engines are stable. The shields are ready for full simulation. Captain Ethan Cole walked beside her, studying the progress. How long until this one is ready to move? He asked. Laura smiled. We are close. Another month or two, maybe. The weapons and shields are fully operational. The only thing left is to connect the main control systems. Ethan nodded. He had spent years preparing for this moment. Every day he trained soldiers, studied alien tactics, and watched the galaxy's movements. Once this one is ready, we can begin deploying the others, he said. We cannot wait forever. The galaxy is growing dangerous. The Thalren are expanding, and one day they will come for Earth. In another hidden base, Admiral Ryan Carter oversaw the construction of a second Leviathan planet. The hulls of alien ships would shatter against the shields of these human-built giants. Every detail had been planned. Every system tested. Nothing was left to chance. Admiral, an officer said, pointing at a holographic display. We have finished the first full-scale test of the Leviathan's weapons. The results are excellent. The energy beams can destroy capital ships with one strike. Carter smiled but did not speak. He had learned long ago that patience was the strongest weapon. Humanity would not rush. The galaxy believed Earth was weak. That made the moment of revelation even stronger. On the surface, humans lived ordinary lives. Children went to school, workers drove to factories, and politicians argued about small things. No one suspected the massive warships being born beneath their feet. Only a few hundred humans knew the truth. Only they trained, built, and commanded the Leviathans. Ethan spent long hours with the soldiers. They practiced maneuvers inside large simulators that replicated space battles. The soldiers were strong, intelligent, and disciplined. They had trained their entire lives to operate the Leviathans. Remember, Ethan said to them one day, our purpose is survival. We strike only when we must, but when we strike, we must be perfect. Every alien fleet we face will underestimate us. That is our advantage. We must use it, the soldiers nodded. They understood the meaning. They were humanity's shield and sword. They would defend Earth and show the galaxy that humans were not weak. Meanwhile, Laura oversaw the installation of weapon arrays in the second Leviathan planet. Massive cannons, energy beams, and missile launchers were positioned in the hollowed halls. Engineers ran tests. Sparks flew and machinery hummed. The planet was becoming a living war machine. One evening, Laura walked alone through the engine chamber of the second Leviathan. She watched the energy core glow brighter than the sun. She touched the cool metal of the hull. One day, she whispered, the galaxy will see what humans can do when they are pushed to the edge. They will know our patience and our power. Ethan joined her. We must be careful, he said. We cannot reveal ourselves too soon. The galaxy is still asleep. We strike only when the moment is right, Laura nodded. I know, but sometimes I wonder, will they ever believe us before it is too late? Ethan looked at the stars through a reinforced window. They will believe, he said. They always do when they see the truth. The Leviathan planets were hidden in the far corners of the solar system, surrounded by asteroid fields, gas clouds, and invisible shields. No alien sensors could detect them. Each planet had its own fleet of ships hidden inside underground hangars. Fighters, corvettes, and transport ships were ready to launch at a moment's notice. In another sector, humans hollowed out a smaller planet. It was smaller than the others, but still enormous. Engineers installed cloaking systems and defense grids. This planet would act as a command center during the first strike. Admiral Carter personally supervised the installation of the main control systems. Everything is in place, he said. The fleet is nearly complete. Soon humanity will have 12 Leviathans ready to rise from the shadows. The galaxy will not see us coming. As the days passed, humans continued to train. Pilots practiced maneuvers, engineers tested systems, and soldiers drilled in zero-gravity environments. Every crew member knew their role. Every step of the plan was carefully executed. Meanwhile, the galaxy slept. Alien civilizations argued over trade and politics. The Galactic Council believed no race could ever challenge them. They had forgotten Earth. They had forgotten the humans they had once called primitive. Ethan often walked through the observation deck of the first Leviathan planet. He looked at the stars and imagined the future. One day these ships would move beyond the solar system. One day humans would show the galaxy their strength. We are ready, he said quietly. We only need the right moment. Patience is our weapon, and when we strike, the galaxy will remember it forever. Laura joined him, placing her hand on the railing. It feels strange, doesn't it, she said. To be so powerful and yet so hidden, Ethan nodded. Yes, but that is our advantage. We are ghosts. The galaxy does not know we exist. That will make our first move devastating. In hidden chambers, engineers worked on energy cores. Each Leviathan had a unique core, capable of immense power. Weapons that could destroy enemy fleets were installed. Shields that could withstand massive attacks were tested. Nothing could match the Leviathans in the galaxy. Soldiers trained tirelessly. They ran simulations, learned alien tactics, and memorized every detail of their ships. They were ready to operate machines that were more than just warships. They were living planets. Admiral Carter studied reports from all construction sites. The first Leviathan will be ready for movement soon, he said. Once it is launched, the others will follow. The galaxy will not know what hit them. Laura checked the systems one last time. Sparks flew, panels glowed, and alarms tested the crew's readiness. Everything is ready, she said. The Leviathan is alive. Ethan watched as soldiers entered the ship for training exercises. The hum of the engines filled the massive halls. This ship was not just a weapon. It was a statement, a warning, a promise that humanity would never be weak again. Months turned into years. The Leviathans were completed one by one. Each planet was transformed into a massive warship, each unique and more powerful than the last. Humans had prepared, trained, and waited. The galaxy remained unaware. The Thalren Empire continued to grow, taking smaller civilizations under their control. The Galactic Council remained blind to the rising danger. Earth was hidden, safe, and ready. Ethan, Laura, and Carter often met to discuss the final plans. We have 12 Leviathans, Carter said. Each one can face entire fleets. Each one can defend Earth. We have waited long enough. Ethan nodded. The galaxy is asleep. But one day it will wake, and humanity will rise from the shadows. The Leviathans are our answer. We will not fail. Laura smiled at the glowing core of the Leviathan. They will not believe it until they see it, and by then it will be too late. The stars shone in the darkness, unaware of the power waiting in the shadows. Humanity had prepared in silence. They had trained, built, and waited. The Leviathans were ready, and the galaxy, still asleep, had no idea what was coming. Beneath oceans, inside mountains, and on distant planets, humans had built machines that could rival the gods. The Leviathans slept, but their time would come, and when it did, the galaxy would learn a lesson it would never forget. Ethan looked out at the stars one last time that day. Patience, he whispered. The galaxy sleeps, but we do not. When the time comes, humanity will rise. And so the hidden planets continued their silent work. Engineers adjusted systems, soldiers trained, and Leviathans waited. Humanity had prepared in secret while the galaxy slept. One day all that preparation would become action. One day the universe would see what humans could do. For now the galaxy slept. But humanity did not. The galaxy was changing. Alien civilizations argued and traded, but a new threat was growing in the far reaches of space. The Thalren Empire, a powerful and aggressive alien race, was expanding. They conquered weaker worlds and added them to their empire without mercy. Trade routes became dangerous and entire star systems fell under their control. On Earth, humans watched carefully. The Galactic Council seemed weak. They sent inspectors and diplomats to report on the Thalren, but they did little to stop them. Humanity understood that the time for waiting might soon end. Captain Ethan Cole walked through the corridors of the first Leviathan planet. Soldiers trained in zero gravity, moving with precision and discipline. Every drill, every exercise prepared them for the battles that would come. Captain, said Lieutenant Aaron Miller, a young officer, we have reports that the Thalren fleet is moving closer to the Sol sector. They might reach Earth within months. Ethan nodded, his expression calm. Let them come. We are ready. Dr. Laura Bennett joined them, her eyes bright with determination. The Leviathan is fully operational, she said. Shields, weapons, engines, they are all ready. We have tested every system. The Thalren will not know what hits them. Ethan looked at the stars through the reinforced glass. We do not strike yet, he said. Patience is our weapon. We wait for the right moment. Meanwhile, Admiral Ryan Carter reviewed holographic maps of the galaxy. The Thalren fleets were massive, but their movements were predictable. Humans had studied their tactics for decades. Every weakness, every habit had been recorded. Carter smiled quietly. They will not expect the full force of humanity, he said to himself. On distant planets, hidden from alien eyes, humans continued to prepare. The second and third Leviathans were nearly complete, each one larger and more powerful than the last. Engineers installed weapon systems, energy cores, and defensive shields. Soldiers trained relentlessly, learning how to fight in the vast emptiness of space. In the training halls, Ethan oversaw simulations of space battles. Fighters moved through asteroid fields, dodging attacks and striking with precision. The Leviathans, controlled by their crews, moved like living planets, using their massive size as both shield and weapon. "Remember," Ethan said, addressing the soldiers, "the Thalren will underestimate us. They always do. That is our advantage. Use it, be precise, be patient, and when the time comes, strike without mercy." Laura worked on the weapon systems of the second Leviathan. Massive energy beams could destroy entire fleets with a single shot. Missile systems could strike distant targets with deadly accuracy. Every detail was perfect. The Leviathans were not just warships, they were unstoppable forces of nature. As the Thalren fleet drew closer, humans monitored every movement. Sensors picked up alien ships moving through distant star systems. They were strong, fast, and numerous, but they had never faced humanity's secret. Ethan held a meeting with the top commanders. "The Thalren will reach the Sol sector soon," he said. "Our scouts report hundreds of ships moving toward Earth, but they do not know we exist. They think we are weak. That is why they will fail." Admiral Carter added, "Our plan is simple. We strike when they are in range of our weapons. The Leviathans are hidden, but they are ready. One attack will destroy their leadership and scatter their forces. We will show the galaxy the strength of humanity." Laura nodded. "The Leviathans are ready. The cores are stable, the engines are strong, and the weapons are fully operational. We have waited for this moment for decades. The galaxy will see us, and it will never forget." Ethan walked through the observation deck of the first Leviathan. Stars moved slowly across the sky, and the Sol system lay far below. Earth was safe, hidden beneath layers of protection. Humans had prepared for this day, and now it had arrived. "Captain," a young officer said, "we have detected Thalren ships in the outer system. They are sending scouts toward Earth." Ethan's eyes narrowed. "Good," he said. "Let them come closer. They will see our strength soon." In the Leviathan engine rooms, engineers monitored power levels. Energy cores hummed, sending vibrations through the massive planet ship. Weapons were charged, shields active, and engines ready to move at incredible speeds. The Leviathans were alive, and they waited for their command. On Earth's surface, people noticed unusual lights in the sky. Satellites detected strange energy readings, but no one understood their meaning. Humans went about their lives unaware of the hidden fleet waiting to rise. Only a few knew the truth, and they guarded it carefully. Ethan convened another meeting with Laura and Carter. "The Thalren scouts are moving too close to Earth," he said. "If they detect the Leviathans, the advantage is lost. We must strike before they realize what we have built." Laura studied the holographic displays. "We can launch the first strike now," she said. "Our weapons will destroy their fleet before they can react. The Leviathans will be unstoppable." Carter nodded. "Agreed. Once we strike, the galaxy will learn that humans are not weak. They will see our power and our patience, and they will respect us." The first Leviathan began to move. Its massive engines ignited, sending vibrations through the hidden planet. Soldiers felt the hum beneath their feet as the ship slowly rose into orbit. Other Leviathans prepared to follow, their systems fully operational and ready for battle. Ethan stood on the bridge watching the stars. "This is the moment we have waited for," he said. "The galaxy will wake, and humanity will rise from the shadows." As the Leviathans moved into position, the Thalren scouts detected strange energy signatures. Their sensors could not identify the source. Confused, their commanders sent messages to the main fleet asking for instructions. Ethan gave the command. "Weapons active. Fire on my mark." Energy beams erupted from the Leviathans, striking the Thalren ships with incredible force. Explosions lit the darkness of space as capital ships were destroyed in seconds. Fighters and smaller vessels scattered in panic. The Thalren were stunned. They had never faced such power. Laura watched the battle from the control room. "They do not understand what they are facing," she said. "They will learn soon." The Leviathans moved with precision, each one a living fortress. Weapons fired in perfect coordination. Shields absorbed attacks effortlessly, and the alien fleet could not respond. Humanity's secret was no longer hidden. The galaxy had seen the first strike, and it was devastating. Ethan remained calm on the bridge. "Maintain formation," he ordered. We are not finished. Destroy their command ships. Scatter their forces. Show them the strength of humanity. Admiral Carter monitored the battle from another Leviathan. The Thalren will retreat, he said. But they will remember this day, and so will the rest of the galaxy. As the last of the alien ships were destroyed or fled, the Leviathans returned to orbit around their hidden planets. The first strike was complete, and humanity had revealed its power. Ethan looked at the stars, knowing this was only the beginning. We have shown them what we can do, he said. But the galaxy is still asleep. They will not understand until we are ready to rise fully. Laura smiled, exhausted but proud. We have waited for decades for this moment. Humanity will never be weak again. Carter added, the Leviathans are proof. The galaxy underestimated us and they paid the price. From now on, no one will forget Earth. In the darkness of space, the Leviathans rested. Their weapons cooled, their shields stabilized, and their engines slowed. Humans had struck once, but the galaxy would not forget. The Thalren would recover, and the Galactic Council would demand answers. But humanity had prepared for this. Ethan stood on the bridge of the first Leviathan, watching the stars. This is only the beginning, he said quietly. The galaxy slept, but we did not. And now they know we exist, Laura joined him, placing a hand on his shoulder. One day the galaxy will learn the full extent of our power, she said. And when that day comes, humans will not be stopped. As the Leviathans returned to their hidden worlds, the galaxy began to stir. Aliens whispered about the mysterious attacks, and the Council scrambled to understand what had happened. Earth remained calm on the surface, hiding the truth from ordinary humans. The Leviathans slept once more, but their presence was felt across the stars. Humanity had risen from the shadows, striking the first blow in a war the galaxy did not yet understand. Ethan, Laura, and Carter knew the real test was coming. The Thalren Empire would not forget. Other alien civilizations would take notice. But humanity was ready. They had prepared for this moment for decades. And now, the galaxy would see the builders of worlds in action. The stars shone silently, unaware of the power that had awakened. Humanity had waited patiently while the galaxy slept. Now the universe would learn that humans were not weak. They were strong, patient, and unstoppable. And the Leviathans were only the beginning. The galaxy was in shock. News of the Leviathan's strike against the Thalren spread faster than any messenger could carry. Alien civilizations whispered and debated, trying to understand what had happened. Entire fleets had been destroyed in minutes and no one knew who was behind it. The Galactic Council called an emergency meeting. Representatives from every major empire arrived in their massive ships. They argued, shouted, and demanded answers. No one had expected a force like the humans. For centuries, they had been dismissed as weak and insignificant. Now, humanity had shown its true power. On the bridge of the first Leviathan, Captain Ethan Cole watched reports from across the galaxy. Holographic screens displayed Thalren fleet movements, council communications, and rumors from distant systems. The humans had struck first, but they remained hidden. The Leviathans returned to orbit around their secret planets, safe and silent. Dr. Laura Bennett studied the systems of the Leviathan. We have destroyed the first Thalren fleet, she said. The other Leviathans are ready. We can deploy them anywhere the galaxy requires. No one can match our power. Ethan nodded. We do not move yet. The Council will come to us. They will try to understand. We show restraint and they will respect us or fear us. Both are useful. Admiral Ryan Carter reviewed maps of the galaxy. The Thalren will rebuild, but it will take years. Other empires are watching. They are scared. The time has come for the galaxy to learn that humans are not weak. Meanwhile, hidden Leviathan planets across the system prepared for movement. Engines ignited, shields reinforced, and weapons charged. Every crew member knew their role. Every detail of the plan had been tested. Humanity's power was unmatched. On Earth's surface, life continued as normal. Children went to school, families went to work, and cities hummed with activity. No ordinary human knew that their planet had created a fleet capable of destroying alien empires. Only a few hundred humans understood the full truth and they guarded it carefully. Ethan met with Laura and Carter in the command chamber of the first Leviathan. The Council will demand our presence, he said. We can respond carefully. We do not reveal all of our strength yet. Let them see some, but not everything. Laura nodded. We can show them the Leviathans, but not the full fleet. One display is enough to send a message. They will understand that humans are a force to be reckoned with. Carter added, I have prepared Protocol Dawn. It activates all Leviathans in hidden positions. If the Council or the Thalren try anything foolish, humanity can respond immediately. We are ready for any challenge. Ethan gave the command. Prepare the first demonstration. We do not attack. We show our presence, and we let them decide their next move. In orbit above a distant planet, the first Leviathan rose slowly. Its massive engines hummed and its hull glowed with energy. Shields activated and the entire planet seemed alive. Humans in control rooms watched every display with calm precision. Alien sensors detected the strange energy signatures. Council representatives scrambled to understand what they were seeing. They expected a small fleet or a conventional ship. Instead, they saw a planet moving with power and purpose. Ethan spoke over communications to the Council fleet. This is Earth. We are the builders of worlds. We have waited while the galaxy slept. Now you see our strength. We do not seek war, but we will defend ourselves. Respect humanity or face the consequences. The Council was stunned. For centuries, they had dismissed humans. Now humans spoke with authority and demonstrated power no one could deny. Silence filled the chambers of the Council ships. Laura watched the energy readings of the Leviathan. Every system is fully operational. The galaxy can see only one. The others remain hidden. If anyone acts foolishly, we unleash all 12. Carter nodded. It is enough. One Leviathan is proof. We do not need more to make our point. The galaxy will remember this display for centuries. Reports came from distant alien empires. Traders, merchants, and diplomats all spoke of the strange planet moving through space with immense power. They feared humans now, and rumors of Earth's hidden fleet spread like wildfire. On the Leviathan, Ethan studied every report. He knew the first strike against the Thalren was only the beginning. The galaxy had awakened to humanity, and now it had to learn the full truth. Carter addressed the officers. We have prepared for this moment for decades. Every Leviathan, every ship, every soldier is ready. The galaxy has never seen power like ours, and they do not yet understand it. Let them learn slowly. Patience is our greatest weapon. Laura joined him, pointing to the glowing energy cores. We have built perfection. Each Leviathan can act alone or together. If the Council or the Thalren try to challenge us, they will fail. We are ready for any attack, and we will respond decisively. Ethan walked through the observation deck. Stars moved slowly, and the planets of the Sol system glimmered below. Humanity had prepared quietly for centuries. They had studied alien tactics, trained soldiers, and built war machines beyond imagination. Now the galaxy was beginning to understand. Council representatives sent messages to Earth demanding explanations. Ethan responded calmly, demonstrating restraint. We have built these machines to defend ourselves, he said. We seek peace, but we will not allow anyone to threaten humanity again. Respect our strength and we can coexist. Challenge us and you will face consequences. Alien ambassadors discussed the situation. Many were frightened. They had underestimated humans for centuries. They had believed Earth weak. Now they saw the truth and fear spread across the galaxy. Ethan and Laura reviewed the reports. They will recover, she said. Other empires will try to challenge us eventually. But we have time. The Leviathans give us an advantage we have waited for decades to achieve. Carter added, we must remain calm. Our strength is our patience. We strike only when necessary. The galaxy fears humans now, but respect must follow. We will ensure it. Meanwhile, hidden Leviathans prepared quietly. Engines powered up, shields strengthened, and weapons remained ready. The galaxy saw only a glimpse of humanity's power. The full fleet remained hidden, waiting for the moment it would be needed. On Earth, ordinary humans went about their lives. The sun rose and set, and life seemed normal. Only a few knew the truth. Only those trained in the Leviathans understood the scale of human power. Ethan addressed his officers. We have shown them one Leviathan. They see that humans are no longer weak, but the others remain hidden. The galaxy must learn to respect humanity. One day all 12 will rise and no one will question our place among the stars. Laura studied the weapon systems. Everything is fully operational. If any empire tries to attack Earth or the Leviathans, they will face total destruction. We have waited for this moment for decades and now it has come. Carter activated communication channels with other Leviathans. All units report readiness. We are prepared to act instantly. Humanity will not be surprised or unprepared. The galaxy has underestimated us for too long. Ethan watched the stars silently. We have revealed only a fraction of our strength. The galaxy must understand that patience is human power. We strike when necessary, but we plan for centuries. Our enemies will learn that humans are patient, clever, and unstoppable. The Council demanded more demonstrations. Ethan allowed them to see the movement of one additional Leviathan. The ships and crews operated flawlessly. Alien fleets observed in awe, realizing that humans had prepared for centuries, and that their patience had created machines beyond imagination. Laura spoke quietly to Ethan. They now fear us. But respect is earned slowly. We have given them power to think about. The full truth remains hidden, Ethan nodded. Patience, he said. The Leviathans are our strength. The galaxy has seen only a shadow of what we can do. One day, the full force of humanity will rise and no one will be able to oppose us. Reports continued to arrive from distant systems. Traders, scouts, and diplomats all carried news of the moving planet ship. Fear spread quickly. Humans had become a force no one had imagined. On the Leviathan, soldiers trained and prepared. Every crew member understood their role. Every weapon and system had been tested. Humanity had waited for centuries for this moment. Now the galaxy knew they existed, and that knowledge would change everything. Ethan addressed his commanders. We have demonstrated our presence. We have struck once. The galaxy fears humans now, but respect must follow. Continue preparation, continue training. We will remain hidden until the time comes to rise fully. Laura smiled at the glowing energy cores. We have done more than strike fear. We have shown that humanity is clever, patient, and unstoppable. The galaxy will remember this day forever. Carter nodded. The Leviathans sleep now, but they are ready. Any threat to Earth or humanity will be met with total destruction. The galaxy has seen only a part of our strength. The full power remains hidden, and it will remain so until the time is right. Ethan looked out at the stars once more. The galaxy has awakened to humanity, he said quietly. But they do not yet understand our patience, our planning, and our power. One day all will see, and humanity will rise fully, unstoppable and unchallenged. And so the Leviathans returned to their hidden positions. The galaxy had seen the first human display, and fear and respect spread across the stars. Humanity had prepared for centuries, and now it had shown the first signs of its true power. The galaxy had awakened. Alien civilizations whispered in fear. Traders and diplomats carried news of the Leviathans, and the Galactic Council could no longer ignore Earth. For centuries, humans had been underestimated. Now the galaxy knew the truth. Humanity had risen from the shadows. Captain Ethan Cole stood on the bridge of the first Leviathan. Stars stretched across the vast darkness outside. His eyes moved from reports to holographic displays, showing alien fleets and distant systems. Humanity had struck first and shown its power, but the work was not finished. Captain, Lieutenant Aaron Miller said, the Council has sent envoys. They demand our presence and offer negotiations. The Thalren are in retreat but building new fleets. Other empires are watching carefully. Ethan nodded. We will meet them, but on our terms. Humanity does not beg for respect. It takes it. Dr. Laura Bennett joined him, her eyes bright with determination. The Leviathans are ready. The engines, weapons, and shields are fully operational. Any fleet that tries to challenge us will fail. But diplomacy is also a weapon, Captain. We can gain allies without bloodshed. Ethan agreed. We strike only when necessary. For now, we show strength and demand recognition. The galaxy must understand that humans are no longer weak. They must respect Earth and its people. Admiral Ryan Carter stood behind them, reviewing maps of the galaxy. We have 12 Leviathans hidden across the system, he said. Each one can act alone or together. The galaxy has seen only a fraction of our power. We have prepared for decades, and we will not be caught unready. Any attack against humanity will fail. The Council envoys arrived in orbit above Earth. Their massive ships shimmered against the stars, but they remained cautious. No one wanted to provoke the humans, not after the destruction of the Thalren fleet. Ethan gave the order. Open communications. Show them our readiness. But reveal only one Leviathan. Let them see, but not everything. A planet ship rose slowly into orbit. Its massive engines hummed, energy glowing across the hull. Alien sensors struggled to comprehend it. Traders and diplomats on distant worlds reported the incredible sight. Even the Council's finest analyst could not explain how one planet could move through space with such power. "This is Earth's message," Ethan said over communications. "We do not seek war, but we will defend ourselves. Respect humanity or face consequences. We have waited while the galaxy slept. Now we are awake." The Council representatives exchanged uneasy glances. They had underestimated humans for centuries. They had mocked Earth and ignored its warnings. Now humans spoke with authority, and their message was clear. Any attack against humanity would end in total destruction. Meanwhile, hidden Leviathans powered their engines, shields active and weapons charged. Every soldier, pilot, and engineer waited silently for orders. Humanity had prepared for decades. The galaxy had seen only a small fraction of their strength, and the rest remained hidden. Traders, spies, and diplomats spread news of the Leviathans across the galaxy. Fear and respect grew simultaneously. Humans had become a power no one could ignore. Empires that had once dismissed Earth as primitive now calculated carefully before acting. Ethan met with Laura and Carter in the command chamber. "We have shown the galaxy a glimpse of our power," he said. "The rest remains hidden. We must remain patient. Respect is earned slowly, but we are ready to act at any moment." Laura studied the energy readings from the Leviathans. "Every system is fully operational. Any threat to Earth or our fleets will be met with complete destruction." "The galaxy has learned one lesson. Humans cannot be underestimated," Carter added. "Patience has always been our strength. The Council and other empires now know that humans think ahead, plan for centuries, and prepare for any challenge. One day, if they test us, they will face the full force of humanity, and no one will survive it." The Thalren had retreated to distant systems, rebuilding their fleets, but they moved cautiously. Humans had taught them a lesson in patience, strategy, and power. Even the strongest alien fleets would hesitate before attacking Earth again. Ethan addressed the crew of the Leviathan. "We have struck once, and the galaxy has seen it. But our work continues. We protect humanity, ensure its survival, and prepare for the challenges ahead. Every soldier, every engineer, every pilot has a role. Our patience is our weapon, and it has already changed the galaxy." Laura moved to the observation deck. "One day the galaxy will see all 12 Leviathans," she said quietly. "And when that day comes, humanity's power will be undeniable. No one will question our place among the stars." Carter watched reports of alien fleets and council movements. "They will try to negotiate, they will try to understand. But we remain the strongest force in the galaxy. We strike only when necessary. That is how humanity will remain unchallenged." In the years that followed, humans built alliances carefully. Some alien civilizations approached Earth, offering trade and cooperation. Humans accepted, but only on equal terms. The Leviathans remained the ultimate guarantee of peace. Ethan oversaw training and preparation. New crews were trained. Engineers refined the Leviathans, and soldiers practiced maneuvers. Humanity continued to grow stronger, while the galaxy watched and learned caution. Laura continued to monitor Leviathan systems. Every energy core, weapon, and shield was checked constantly. They ensured that no weakness could ever be exploited. The Leviathans were not just ships, they were moving fortresses, alive with power and ready for any threat. Carter coordinated strategic operations with hidden Leviathans. "The galaxy has seen only a shadow of our power," he said. "We prepare quietly, plan carefully, and act decisively. Any who challenge us will fail." The Galactic Council eventually visited Earth. They were cautious, respectful, and aware of humanity's full potential. Humans negotiated from strength, setting new rules for diplomacy. The galaxy had changed. On the bridge of the first Leviathan, Ethan looked out at the stars. "We have risen from the shadows," he said. "The galaxy has seen our patience and our power. Humans are no longer weak. We will protect ourselves, our world, and our people, and we will ensure the galaxy respects that." Laura stood beside him. "The Leviathans are sleeping now," she said, "but they will awaken whenever we need them. Humanity has prepared for centuries and no one can stop us." Carter nodded. "The galaxy knows it now. The builders of worlds are here, patient, clever, and unstoppable. We strike only when necessary, but when we do, no one survives." The Leviathans returned to their hidden planets, cloaked and safe. Humans had shown one example of their power. The rest remained hidden, a silent warning across the stars. Trade routes, diplomatic channels, and alien fleets all carried stories of humanity's rise. Fear and respect spread in equal measure. Empires reconsidered their actions. No one would underestimate Earth again. On Earth, life continued as normal. Ordinary humans remained unaware of the power beneath them. They went to school, worked, and dreamed, while hidden leviathans waited in silent readiness. Humanity had built its empire in secret, and now it was secure. Ethan, Laura, and Carter continued to plan for the future. Humanity had risen, but the galaxy remained unpredictable. New threats could emerge at any time. The leviathans ensured that humans could face anything with confidence. Ethan walked through the observation deck one last time. Stars shone brightly across space, and the leviathans rested in their hidden positions. "We have shown them the beginning," he said quietly. "The galaxy sleeps, but humanity is awake, and when it must act, it will rise fully, unstoppable and unchallenged." Laura joined him. "One day all the leviathans will move, and the galaxy will see the full force of humanity." Carter added, "Patience has been our greatest weapon. Now respect follows. The galaxy has learned that humans are clever, prepared, and unstoppable. That lesson will last forever." In the end, humanity had risen not with anger or hate, but with patience, planning, and determination. The leviathans were proof of what humans could achieve. The galaxy had slept for centuries, but Earth had prepared. Now the stars knew. Humans were no longer weak, and the builders of worlds had arrived. The leviathans rested, silent, and ready. Humanity had shown its strength, secured its place, and ensured that the galaxy would never forget. The universe would remember the builders of worlds for generations to come. Ethan looked at the stars one last time. "We did not rise to rule," he whispered. "We rose to survive. And now humanity will protect itself, and the galaxy will respect it forever." And so the galaxy continued its endless dance of stars, unaware of the full power hidden in the shadows. But humanity had risen, patient, clever, and unstoppable, and the leviathans waited, ready to awaken whenever the galaxy needed to learn the lesson again.